live on a Friday then. You're like, bitch, it's not Friday. Bro, we're on a binger. We're on a fucking healing fucking binger for the next 10 days, bro. It's going to be rough. So welcome to the next version of Friday. Call it Groundhog Day if you want. I don't give a shit. Hanukkah, fucking, what's that other one that they do right now that I can't remember? Damn, there's a bunch of them. Anyways, what's up, everyone? I am the Dark Goddess Lilith reincarnated, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle. What is on my back? Lightworker, Starseed, Earth Angel, Mystic Medium, Psychic Witch, Yogi Guru, Evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God. Reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you gotta see what I post in my community page, my latest live video, and I didn't post anything in my shorts, but I just saw Kobe. And as soon as I put the clip down from watching Kobe, here came Mac. They're here because I've already accepted the fate worse than death. I can't stand you. Ugh. Love you. Not them. I love them. What is it? Oh, fucking God. He got me, bro. He got me so good that I fucking surrendered. And I was like, you know what? That's it. What is it? Old programming. Just old programming. I have very poor programming when it comes to work ethics and all this stuff. So I begged God for 3 years to give me jobs. And then he gives me jobs. And they are just supposed to be for a fucking paycheck. And I put too much into it. And I don't want to let it go. And I don't want to listen to him when I have a job. And all I want to do is keep my job and be the best worker that I can be. And he doesn't like that shit. And it turns into a fucking battle every fucking time I get a job. And that's where I'm at right now. It's like, you know what? I don't ever want another job again. That's how he won. She's right there waiting for you. She looked at me like, how dare you, bitch? Anyways, I went up there. So this is what happened, right? I do this all the time. It's like, why can't you just... Because things don't last longer than they're supposed to last. And you try to drag I try to drag my ass through something that's already fucking, you know what I mean? What is the word? Expired. And it just becomes so fucking painful. Right? So I woke up this morning and I said, and it's happening every week and it's becoming more frequent. And that's it. It's like, what is happening? He's taking away my strength and willpower to fucking do it. I woke up and I didn't have the energy to go to work. And I'm like, all right, this Holy Spirit said to call in late. I still forced myself to get fully ready. I was fully ready at 2:00, bro. And I'm sitting there. My eyes are tired. I'm so exhausted. You would have think that, and what is it? I'm just burnt out, bro. It's not the job. It's everything I do. And especially the channeling and all of that spiritual shit. And I tried to explain that in a post. It's like putting on wet clothes, dude. Yeah, they'll dry when you're wearing them, but it's so fucking uncomfortable. So like when you wake up and you can't just put on your fucking work clothes and your skin and just go out and be you, it's nearly impossible for someone like me, the soul, to put on this heavy body when it won't put on. I put on from my city. Shut up, gangster. So we pulled out the moon card, and that is a full, clear indication it's a motherfucking moon day. You're about to take the day off. That's exactly what that card says. No outside activity. And I still looked at it. No, it just means it's Monday. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to walk this off, even though I said I couldn't. I'm sitting there and I can't. And I'm holding my phone, nearly fucking shaking, bro, because it's such a mental battle. No, I got to be in there. You can't do no stupid shit like this a half an hour before work. You say you're going to be. And instead of taking the day off, I'm like, no, I can do it later. So I put in I put in my phone that I'm going to come in 2 hours later. And I take my clothes off. I put myself in bed and lay there and go straight to sleep. I'm like, I set an alarm and I wake up and I'm like, I can't get up, bro. I get up and I'm sitting there in a whole fucking fog. I put my clothes on. I go up to the fucking gas station to get a pack of cigarettes and my winning lotto ticket. And I go put some Cash App money on my fucking thing for my son. The whole time I'm yawning so much that I'm crying and I can't see. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go do 5 hours of work like this. I can do this. And I get down the hill and I'm like, bitch, fuck, I hate you, God. I fucking hate you, bro. I just was trying to do the right thing. And that's where the battle becomes. And we read about it yesterday in the Midgard. I don't know what card. It's one of the cards. And it's like, you have to take off what you think is right. It's not a mental illness where my mind won't let me do what's right. It's that my mind thinks it knows what's right, but my body is telling me no. Thanks, R. Kelly. He wrote the book. Who wrote the book of love? I don't see nothing wrong. We could really start singing these songs. I'm a flirt. It's totally my energy. I'm going to get that guy out. He's going to sing love songs till the day we die. Really? It's part of that soul tribe mission. That kind of shit makes me sound crazy, but not this. So I get up and I'm like, fine, God, I'm fucking not going to go because I really don't have the energy. And that's really what it is. It's like, dude, come on. It's not about the mental. It's the physical and the spiritual about this whole thing. And you start to realize the difference of it. Is your mind holding you back? You're ready to go, but your mind is filled with all kinds of fucking fears? Or is it your fucking body will not let you go and your mind is really about to walk you into some shit that you just ain't supposed to be part of? And I get to this point, and then, here comes the logic, the logical conversation. Here comes the Holy Spirit judgment, if you will, the divine judgment that comes in and makes you weigh the scales of pros and cons. So what do you hope to get out of this? I don't know, some money, I guess. And then it's like, but it's not even a desire or need. You're just holding up the contract. Realistically, I'm just going because they have me on the schedule. I'm not going because I need something from them. I'm going because they need something from me, and I get something out of it. Really? So like today, like if this act takes me off of the schedule and they're like, all right, take her off the schedule, I'm not going to fight to get back on the schedule. But if this act doesn't change it and I'm still on the schedule tomorrow, then I feel the obligation to go to work tomorrow. And that's really what hit me. I went to put this in and they have me scheduled till fucking closing tonight and then be back at 10 in the morning. Bro, I'm already tired today. And you're about to and I'm trying to find the energy for today. And then I'm going to get it overnight for tomorrow too. I know what? Where's this coming from? God who gives me strength. He's not giving me strength for this bullshit. He wants me to sit down and fucking manifest and fucking get on with my next mission. He wants me to leave this job. He's got another job for me and I'm just holding on to it. And that's what I mean about expired, bro. It's going to become more and more uncomfortable until he either takes it from me or I have to just get rid of it, which is in essence what I'm doing is sabotaging it instead of just quitting. Because I keep in the back of your head is like, no, you don't want to let this go, cuz. Listen here, cuz. Really? Yeah, and that's why I'm sitting there. I'm just trying to get to work and I got to have this big blockage, which would be the 8 of Swords, which is me even thinking I was going. Where's your free will, bro? If I can't will myself to do it, then this isn't free. I'm not free to do what I want. I just want to explain that. And that's where I got to. I asked God for jobs that, you know what I mean, that I can't do. For all fucking kinds of great spiritual reasons. And that's where I got to him. I was like, fine. I don't want another fucking job. I never want another fucking job if you're going to just keep interrupting with my jobs. He is. I can't just keep that structure. I can't give to the job when he's always there taking from me. It's not a bad thing. It's just this is what he made me for, and I can't give them more. So then you're like, all right, well, the next job, I'll make it like 20 hours a week. And that's what I said about that last one. I was like, all right, two nights out of the week will be fine. It will not interrupt my fucking spiritual fucking job. Fucking God, bro. I know you guys don't see how this is going to work out because you don't see the bigger picture, but that's what keeps me in this battle is because I can see what he's trying to do. The bigger picture of why this is necessary to detach, that he has something better. Most of you can't. So, just like I looked at Jazz and she's like upset because they switched her schedule around on her. She's upset they switched it. It's like, yeah, they made it more uncomfortable. And the reason why is because you're not supposed to work here. You're too good to work here. He wants you to be somewhere else. Or even maybe with your kids. Who knows? And that's all God wants me to do. It's the holiday season. He wants me to sit at home with the kids. I should be wrapping fucking presents and all joyful. and all of that. And all I'm thinking about is I got a fucking 8-hour shift at Target tomorrow. I got to take it easy because I got stuff to do tomorrow. And then it becomes tomorrow. And then I had 3 days off, but I had, you know what I mean? I was dragging through fucking what spiritual work I could do. And then holiday shoppers. Oh shit. Even without the Target job, the holiday shoppers would have killed me. Really? Oh man, shoppers in general. You can hear me when I talk about going in fucking Walmart. Oh. As I'm going through all this, I just want to point out that there is a huge burst of energy that's moving from my solar plexus up. Communication. This is mastery level. I do not expect any of you to understand this, but you will start to get these pulls from your heart. These are fucking first level pulls. This is exactly what happened to me in the beginning. It was like trying to get me to pull away from my music, pull away from my job, and just spend time with him. And I didn't understand what the fuck that meant. It's like, no, I got shit to do today. What the fuck? I can't hang out with you all day. And when you say that out loud, it's like, I can't devote my time to you today, God. What does that mean? Devote your time to yourself. It's isolation, bro. Because that's where you connect with God and the spirit and all things. And that's what I said. I didn't have time to sit and just hang out this morning. My mind was going too fast. And that's where it is you're going. And if you don't just sit in the present, you can't see what he's trying to present you with. Thanks, God. It's just mental bullshit. And I just like, taking off the programming. I have to do it at the highest level to teach everybody. Not everybody's going to attain the highest levels of enlightenment, but that's where it is. It's like every day. And I pulled the cards and I was like, oh, they're going to get you guys. They're going to get you. As if I was set apart from the whole fucking universe. It's like 10 days of horror for you. It's going to get you first, bitch. So then yesterday, first thing, I get my first tower. Then today's the second tower. What will tomorrow bring? What is it? Change, bro. He's trying to force change. A tower is nothing but unexpected, unwanted change. For the betterment of yourself. Losing a job, a relationship, an opportunity only opens you up to a new job, a new relationship, and a new opportunity. It's universal laws that I can't really fully help you understand because we're just trying to apply them into our 3D world. And that's where people on the outside can stand back and say, this is cultish. You're not supposed to live by those rules. Listen to yourself, bro. I'm applying ancient fucking rules from biblical times into an actual technological life where we just don't do that. And I'm not only doing it going against my own programming and that of the world I live in, but it's working. I was right at the beginning, and that's where it is I'm right there, about to create the new life. And right before I did, he said, hold on, think bigger. That's all that happened. I'm still opening up. All of this comes at the hand of God. He wants to open his hands bigger to me. And that's all that means is changing my mind and being receptive to the bigger picture that he's trying to feed me, despite the current reality that I'm currently holding on to. And I have to keep reminding myself, this job is nothing. But when you have this idea that a job is everything and you work so hard to get it and you don't want to lose it, you're going against two opposing forces. There is a part of me, which is the logical ego, that believes such things. And there's the spirit that knows what happened before I got this job. I prayed for the job for just one reason. The reason has come and the reason has gone. So I'm not supposed to be holding on. And that's what you don't understand is like you want everything, you become attached to long-term perspectives on something that doesn't have long-term possibilities. You just want to make it long-term. And that's what I said is if I got to focus on this job, then I try to keep the job more than expanding my possibilities to a new neighborhood. It's like this thing keeps me anchored. Some of you like to be anchored, but that anchoring keeps you limited. You're on a leash. You can only go so far because of this job, this all these responsibilities, which limits you from the possibilities outside of your own fucking neighborhood. Your own backyard, I guess is what we should say. You're not free to roam. So he won, and I'm still just as tired as I was. If anything, you think I'd celebrate, and like, I'm kind of pissed off I put all my makeup on for this shit. I'm always Sleeping Beauty type shit. Really? Yeah. My chest is feeling on fire right now. And that's because it's all coming fueled by my heart. It's like, and this is what a Friday will do. It's like, it doesn't have to be Friday. It's your heart, bro. It's like, fuck, my heart is driving me to make a difficult decision that goes against my mind's knowing. My mind, I can tell my mind that this is what we're supposed to do over and over. I can reach down right now and grab my computer and tell my mind, look, we have an opportunity for a new job. You're spending too much time focusing on this job, but it's trying to get it. It's like, I know what I got to do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it, which is just give up. Lewis Hamilton, God has a fucking unbelievable plan on your life. And all he's asking you to do is give up this job. But this job is all you've ever known, and it's your family, it's your home, it's your life. If you're not getting up and doing that, then what will you do? He will show you the way. He has a great plan on you. And I want to show you, there's my mindset, bro. Where do you think we get these mindsets? The same thing goes back to fucking Bobby and his fucking marriage, Russ and his fucking family, fucking Marshall and his fucking music, bro. He's got plans for us. We just got to let this go, and it's not an easy go, bro. If we don't, we're going to end up right in the middle, all mushy like Kanye, bro, holding on to two different worlds or lost in a world of our own that it doesn't make sense anymore. This is mushy as fuck when you're going through this. And if you don't go through that pool, you're just going to keep feeling it, bro. It's just going to keep pulling on your heart. I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Like, but it's the mindset, Lewis. That's what's wrong with us. It was beautiful in the beginning because it got us this far, and we would never give up, and we were very successful with that mindset. But thinking that way is killing us. As he's here and we're facing this. Thanks, Lewis. Got to quit my job because you won't. Bobby always shows up when I quit a job. I should have done it as soon as he got here. All I asked for was the ability to provide for my children. I didn't ask for this. And I get attached to it. And it's just the mindset that comes when he gives me a job. Every time I get into the work field, this is what I do. It's called a pattern. Every time I go to this place, this is what I do. Every time I see this person, this is what I do. Every time, this is what I do. Okay, now you're aware of the pattern. How do you break it? Extremes. I never want to see that person again. That's why I said I don't ever want another job again. If I'm always going to act like this and feel like this, and it's always going to be a battle, then I give up working forever. Just give me the lotto. Fuck it. That's where it's like, he got me. I finally surrendered my desire to work. Why? Because I realize what comes with it is the internal battle that is not necessary. And what am I battling? God's better knowing. Simple shit like, don't go to work. You're having a period. You're too tired. I have a better plan for you today. I want to celebrate with you today. You need to stay at home today. You're like, nah, but who the fuck's paying the bills? And he's like, I got you. And then you're like, oh. It's surrendering your power to his power, bro. Because I'm out here looking powerless. But that's where all my manifestational powers come from. If I don't do what I want to do, and I listen to what he's showing me and just do what he shows me, it all works out perfectly. He showed me this job and that I would get 5 paychecks from this shit. That was the agreement, and I'm trying to break the agreement or stretch the agreement. It was like a prenuptial agreement, and I'm trying to make it go further than it should. There's no reason for me to be working this week or even next week. There is no reason for me to wake up and be at Target at 6 a.m. on fucking Christmas Eve. If I do that, that's just a mindset. I'm not desperate for $150. For those that don't know, an 8-hour shift is $150 for me. So what am I doing this for? I can remember missing holidays after holidays after holidays with my kids because you were mandatory. You had to work at least 4 hours. They would give you double pay or pay and a half, but you had to do it. Nobody could call off a fucking holiday. You weren't allowed to do that shit. And everybody's going to, and you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, well, they can depend on me. I ain't got nothing going on. No, I should be in bed with my children on that day. I should be doing stuff. But instead, my mentality is to be there because that's where I've been in the work field my whole life. It's real difficult, guys. Again, I don't expect that he's going to pull you out of all of life and give you, make you a whole farmer of life. But he does want to take you through other adventures of life, just like that. You know what I mean? He had to. And that's where this is whatever I'm about to learn on this computer, this new job that I'm going to get on this computer, I need for my next level of wherever I'm going, period. I'm not going to get any more out of this job than stress and maybe some money. Money brings problems, bro. I'm telling you. More money, more problems. It's not the root of evil. It's just the way that it changes your mind, the way that it fucks with your mind. And that's a relationship that each individual has to money. And so I didn't have this relationship when I didn't have money. I didn't have this way of thinking. I just trusted God, and it was much better when I didn't have money coming in and going out. None of this mattered to me. I never even looked to see if I had money, and because I didn't care. But when you do have it, it starts this collection agency inside of you, this banking system where you need to keep it going and flowing. And it's like it's just this internal system that I've noticed. Again, I had to get into it to watch what happens inside of my mind and body when I experience certain things. Oh, when I get a job and get money, I get weird. When I get around men, I get weird. But like everything makes me, and that's where it's like you want to just detach from everything that makes you uncomfortable, but just understand what it is that's making you and try to reprogram your mindset about these things. Realistically, so yeah. So the brave thing to do is to really show God that I trust him and just quit the fucking job. But it's like he understands if I'm not brave enough and I'm going to sit there and milk this one out. And he's just going to make it harder for me. And the longer I do it, the longer I'm holding myself back from applying to my next job. Even though I said I don't want a job. See what I mean? You're fucking with me, God. That's where it is. He's going to break me of this. And he'll break you too. Dude, you really want to work it out with your boyfriend and girlfriend, dude. But every time you see them, they make your fucking skin crawl. It's getting worse. It's getting harder, dude. It's like I can't even fucking deal with you anymore. I just want to love you, but God, I can't fucking stand you. It makes it impossible, bro. It's the devil. The devil's ruining my job at Target. That's where you have to listen to yourself, bro. Like, listen to this shit. Like, what is, you know what I mean? Hear yourself out. And then you realize you're fucking crazy. The world has made you crazy about things. And that goes back to you can't trust God. You don't believe in the visions that God's giving you. You don't think things will be okay. You don't see it his way. I do. I just don't want to do it your way. Ah, ha, ha. Welcome to the fucking dark side. That goes back to the card I pulled earlier. What was it? The Queen of Pentacles. She gets everything done without a fuss. No, I fucking don't. I bitch the whole way through. And then you know how bad it is? It's the closest store to my house. So after I burn this bridge, I got to walk in front of their face all day. Be like, hey, guys. My life sucks. Really? It's like you acted a fucking fool at your fucking kid's school, and then you got to go every day and pick them up and drop them off and act like that didn't happen. That's my life. God will make you a table in front of your enemies. They're not my enemies. They just don't like me. This is the best I felt, but I still couldn't even push a cart around for fucking 5 hours. I might be able to do that in the morning. So God says, bitch, go back to bed. He just wants what's best for us. And realistically, that's where the magic is. This is like, quit your job and let me show him how powerful I am. Okay, you're making me look powerless out here, though, bro. You're really showing off through me. It's not funny. I feel very joked. Do you guys know God? Our God who art in heaven. Let me bring out his Bible and let me teach you something in there. We could bring out any of them. Actually, let's bring out Buddha. We didn't do any religious studies yesterday because I was too busy. I'm seeing the Metatron cards. That's it too. He has lots of gifts and information to give us. Shut up, bro. I was trying to... That's where it is. It's like you try to tell God that you were doing something important and he laughs in your face. It's like, what good was going to come from that? Good point. Money? Did you need money? Oh, that's a pretty ass fucking card. Love. I told you we were dealing with relationships. They're not going so well on my behalf. I'm just saying. Why? I'm too loving, I suppose. Wouldn't it be amazing? I did all of this, and then tomorrow I wouldn't even talk to you. I just post it, and I show you. Well, this is why God made me quit, because I'm a billionaire now. He made me quit my job so I could be a billionaire. All right, love. Number 6. That's a good one. Ooh, number 7 is even better. These are great cards. They were expensive. Card number 6 links to the planet Venus. I told you, fuckers. It's Friday then. Why do we play that song on Friday? Because Venus rules over a Friday, the day of your heart. The planet of love, harmony, and beauty. Venus also links to the goddess energy of fertility, sexuality, and victory. Victory outreach. This is the best card we're going to get all week, probably. Unless we get our shit together. How do you love? How are you loved? When pulled, this card typically focuses on relationships with a partner, although it can apply to non-romantic relationships such as with a parent or other loved ones. Catch my earlier video. I went into a huge description of what we projected based on our lack of. Really? Yeah, especially in the love department. We know that a loving bond with another when expressed is the highest form, in its highest form is like a rose in full bloom, pictured in this card. A beautiful sacred thing. However, just like the rose, love is delicate and needs to be handled with care. It needs time, attention, and gentleness for you to benefit from the full... Allie, I'm seeing that video. The benefit from the full glory and wonder. What was it? It was a song he wrote, and it was with a rose that was growing in the desert. It was a desert rose. You know what those are called? I have one in my car. It's called the Jericho rose. Really? Yeah, it looks like a tumbleweed. But all you got to do is add some water, and it comes to life and grows bigger than you would believe. But if you don't keep giving it water, it shrivels up until it looks like it's dead, but it just needs some more love. It's like the only plant I can keep alive. It's kind of shriveled up right now. Just like my love life. Sorry, I'm funny to myself. I'm so pathetic, it's funny. Love, once seated, can weather any storm as long as work and energy from both sides are put into it. And that's it, dude. I kept loving you guys and loving you, but you wouldn't feed it. And it's like, I'm going hungry over here. Hungry for love. And as God said, never stop loving them. Just go love another. Consider the state of your own relationship. Is it one that is based on mutual love and consideration? I was trying everything to get closer to Bobby, bro. Only for him to do that. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, bro. But that's it, is your fucking unthinking ways had an enormous effect on whatever. I don't even know. Was it a joke? Was I supposed to act like that was funny? You making jokes, and this is always your inconsideration, bro. You did this since the beginning. You made jokes about my fucking cards. You're always making jokes that end up hurting you for the long run. Trying to laugh off somebody's fucking lifestyle. You putting him up, just put yourself down and probably put him on top of me instead of you. What the fuck were you thinking, bro? You weren't. Why? Because you were probably drunk or high on something. You had no fucking understanding of how bad your words were going to have an effect on somebody outside of you that's just trying to love you. And what'd you do? You pushed pretty fucking hard. That was a clappy clap, even from Russ. I've been trying to get her like that. Like, yeah, I never just, all right, bye. Not even a bye. No, bye. What is that? That was just unreal. But he's always done that. I hope you find somebody. Bitch, you don't want me to find somebody. You just don't want to be that fucking somebody because you're fucking nobody. Fine. I'll go fucking have an unbelievable life and an adventure with him. Trust me. It's Wolfman experience. He's going to show me one hell of an experience. What the fuck are you showing me? What are you trying to show me? Do you even have a real intention here? Seriously? I mean, I was just spending all week trying to get him to fucking open up and let's hang out in public and this, that, and the other. And he fucking ends up pushing me into the arms of another. Was that what your intention was? So that you could go run home to your wife and be unhappy and jerking off to me? You fucking jerk off? The fuck was this all about? Whatever. Bye, Felicia. Or is it wiltering from neglect, disinterest, or abandonment? Ask yourself, when was the last time I did something for my partner? And when was the last time they did something for you? Yeah, you and your fucking, have a Merry fucking Christmas with your partners. I was over there trying to fucking take you shopping. Go shopping for your fucking kids, dickhead. That whole shit that happened last week was about him. I asked him if he wanted to go Christmas shopping. And then I thought to myself, maybe he doesn't have money to do so. Maybe he's not in a position. I was like, I'm in a position. I was like, my love for you extends to your children. They don't need to know it comes from me or anything like that, but I'd be more than willing to, to buy some stuff. And that's it. It's like, I mean, I'm offering you something you don't even do with your own wife. From a fucking homeless shelter. I'm in a position to give freely. I'm trying to give to you and to you, you know what I mean? And I felt like I may have offended him. And I was like, see, we can't even be open like this. There's nothing wrong with this, bro. Me trying to extend my love to you and to your fucking, you know what I mean? But we can't do it. And that's why I was like, why didn't you fucking tell me you weren't even in town? You let me go through this whole mental battle of, confirmation to the bullshit. And that's just it. It's like, when's the last time she did something for you? And then when I go back to Russ, it's like, oh, what are they doing for you, Russ? It's like you do and do for people. And that's where the reflection is. They just remind me of how this can be very unhealthy. We're over givers. Why? Because nobody gave to us. That's why I was like, this isn't a bad thing. You're not going to make me feel bad because I have money to spend and I want to offer it to you. It's not against nobody's fucking moral code. Just yours because you're around broke bitches. I didn't say that. I definitely didn't say that. It's like, you're not going to make me feel bad because this is my tendency to be generous. I was like, I did it with Morgan. She told me it was her daughter's birthday and I went and got her a cake. The bitch fucking didn't answer her phone for 3 days. I got mad and threw the cake in. It's like, dude, I do these things. You're not going to make me feel bad about it just because you feel bad about accepting somebody's generosity. And those fucking shoes, bro, that was rude. What? I offered him, okay, so what happened is, this is my fault, but I signed my son up for, I signed both my kids up for some gift stuff. And over the summer, my son was a size 10. So I put that down and he's not. So I got these brand new, beautiful fucking size 10 Adidas. And I send a message to Bobby. I'm like, hey, bro, what's your shoe size? Like, I can't return these. I want to give them to somebody. I don't, I can't just, and it literally said that. I can't just give him to some guy here. He's going to think I like him, or it's going to offend his girl or something. You know what I mean? If it was red, maybe, but I've done that before and it got weird, right? So I meant that. And I was like, well, how about your brother? You could give him as a gift. I was, you know what I mean? Why didn't he just tell me no? He just let me go on. And I was just trying to be nice. You know what happened? B's son is a size 10 and she has no money to give him a gift. So while he's at his dad's, I was able to gift him to her. He's exactly a size 10 and she needed new shoes for him. So it worked out. But when that happened, I was like, maybe he's offended. He's offended by this. And then I was like, maybe he has a small shoe size and he doesn't want me to know his shoe size. I'm trying to logically understand why you're shutting down to my openness. I'm just trying to be open. And you're making me feel bad about trying to open up to you. Simple shit like, can we go out in public? Can we do stuff? What's the problem? Or you just want to keep acting like this isn't real and you want to keep keeping me in a closet. Fuck you. You're in the closet, bro. That's what happened all this week. I just kept trying to get closer. Why? He told me he was in town. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to try. And that's where it was. I don't regret trying. And that's what I told him. I'm sorry I didn't try sooner. I just kept running from you. I gave it all to, you know what I mean? I tried real hard with all my twin flames to get close to them and be, you know what I mean? Those morning messages and to keep them informed and be part of my life. And I tried to attempt to do that with him. And he got super fucking weird and totally standoffish. He didn't say a fucking word. And the words he did say made no sense whatsoever. And that's what I was like, I don't know what I am dealing with, but at least I'm seeing myself attempt to love. That's all that means. I'm seeing what I do. I'm seeing what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do and just going with it. None of it was bad. But when there's somebody on the other side being quiet and not responding and making you question everything you're doing, it can get a little unusual. And that's where it is did I offend you? Do you have a small shoe size? Like, what is this? What about any of this you can't respond to? He's seeing it and he's not saying anything. And then he comes back with some stupid shit. Wolfman's the goat. I'd like to party with him. That's what he said. I'd like to party with him. So now I see he's talking about, getting drunk or hanging out with a guy like this. And I'm like, that's what you see him as? That's all I got out of him after all this week. And I'm like, what the fuck? But again, it's not about you. It's about me and learning me and my patterns and what I do in my pursuits. I gave it a good go. Something I didn't try before. I tried something new. It didn't work out, but at least I was brave enough to try something new and not shut down just because it didn't work out. And when was the last time they did something for you? It can be something practical or emotional. Love can be expressed in many ways, but it needs to be demonstrated and felt in some shape or form. Touch each other, a moment of embrace, cooking a nourishing meal, offering help and assistance, or giving each other your time and full attention, as well as gifts of your presence. That's all I ask for, is time and attention, which is the gift of your presence. I ask you to be present. I don't ask you for, you know what I mean? And that's where me and Russ went into wars about this. It's like me and Russ went into wars about this. I'm not trying to dominate you. I'm just trying to offer. That's it. I mean, if we went shopping, think about it, just two friends. Why would I do that? What kind of friend would I be? If I invited anybody to go fucking shopping with me, I'm going to probably feed you and buy something for you or somebody. If we're going Christmas shopping, what do your kids like? Oh, no, you don't have to do that. No, it's cool, dude. It doesn't have to come from me. But what do your kids like? Let's get your kids something. What are they into? It's just me naturally. It wasn't just towards him. It's me. That's me. That's how I am, bro. People would take advantage of it, for sure. And that's why I said, do you remember who you're talking to? This is the same girl that tried to invite you on her birthday, tried to buy you a ticket and some gear on her birthday, which I paid for everybody else in the studio. This is just who I am. And that goes back to Russ, that overgiving. I don't mind. Why? Because it's a good investment. You know what I mean? But when people are just dependent off of you and what you have to give, it's not. It's being abused. But I know that. If I'm going to invite you, let's go somewhere. Definitely. I mean, what about gas? What about we're going to eat? What about all of that? Do you have money? No, I got you. It's not about being a man. It's just a way of I guess, of the streets or the hustler. I'm not sure. And maybe not all women are like that are like, I got you. But I think there is. B's like that. No, I got you, girl. And that's it. I got you when I got you. But if I ain't got you, then I can't. And that's where people don't understand that. And they just keep thinking that you got to take care of them. It's nothing wrong with being this way. It's wrong when you're being this way to the wrong type of people that that just want to get you. And that's where this equal give and take is. Wolfman can't take nothing from me that I don't give him, which is just my knowledge and wisdom. That's all he really wants. And I can't take nothing from him than an experience that, you know what I mean, that he might or might not be willing to give me. And that's just what it is neither one of us are getting over on each other. Now you go back to me and Bobby. Neither one of us are really. We're just trying to have some kind of closeness. And of course, this touch and, all of that, because we're denied that. Why is he denied it? I mean, he lives on the road. And whatever relationship he has with his wife, and that can go back to it. It's like I was married, but I couldn't stand when he would touch me. It was all touchy-feely, like, get away from me. I didn't even, oh, God. You serious? Yeah, the last thing I want to do is hold your fucking hand, have you fucking kissing on me all day and shit. That was not my love language at that time because I wasn't in love with him. That wasn't a language we spoke. That was his love language, and I couldn't stand it. Don't fucking, oh God, he's sitting next to me and rub my leg like that. You're like, that's nice. No, it's not. It feels like fire. It's like, stop touching me. And that just means it. We didn't have that kind of connection. So I can look back at mine and say like, well, maybe they're not very touchy. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe she doesn't brush her teeth. I can make up a million fucking reasons why they're not close. I try not to get that close to his relationship. I sit here as a psychoanalyst trying to understand and make compassionate reasoning behind people's behaviors. Always positive. I don't want to think that you're a whole bad person. I try to make a good reason out of this. Why you're doing the stupid things you're doing. So yeah, going back to it. Maybe you've forgotten what it's like to be truly loved, truly wanted, and truly connected to someone. Maybe you've never shown love or had a role model to inspire you. And that's it. Maybe you never had a girl fucking pay for your food or do something nice for you. That sucks. Now I see the mirror. I never had it either. One of us has got to try something new here. It's like weird, but I've really learned to this role reversal thing. It's like, they're the divine feminines. And I'm the divine masculine in most cases. And that's really what it is. Until you balance yours, you know what I mean? It caused for an influx in mine. Really? Yeah. Until fucking Lewis mans up and calls somebody a bitch, I got to sit here and be a man calling him all kinds of bitches. Until Marshall opens up and starts being kind, I've got to, you know what I mean? It's like, I got to be what you're not for both of us. Hey, NF, how's your Merry Christmas going? What's that song? I don't know that song you did for the both of us. I wish I was strong enough for the both. Maybe that wasn't you that sang that song. There's another song you're singing. There's something in my head that you're said. I don't know. Moving on. I see you. I hear you somewhere in the back of the fucking crowd. The angel in the outfield, huh? Like attracts like. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. Maybe you've never been shown love or had a role model to inspire you, and yet love is within all of us, and it's always there. Jesus taught us how to love thy brother, love thy neighbor. He didn't teach us how to love our partner. And that's where we're learning what God's love is, and that's especially me as the Lilith, is learning what God wanted me to do with this man. And what he wanted this man to do for this woman. We didn't learn that. He just let us be free. Go, be bountiful. Make babies and shit. No, God, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, God. Here I am. All right, let's consider the opportunity, the possibilities, shall we? All right. And yet love is freely available if we break down our walls of resistance and realize that what we give out, we get back. Like attracts like. Any test or challenge in love is there. Sorry, I'm getting a download. Challenge in love is there to make us question, learn, and appreciate who we are and what we feel we deserve. And that's it. It's like you become more deserving. And it's like, I deserve more than this. I used to stand for this. This was enough. I used to deal with this type of shit. But I deserve more. I'm more deserving because I'm more giving. I have more to offer than to receive such, you know what I mean? It's not about contractual, but it's about I'm putting too much in and you're not putting anything in. And everybody knows what that means in a relationship, bro. Everybody can look back at your relationship and it's like, I'm doing all the work and they're not doing any. There's one person in every relationship that's doing all the work. And the only ones that aren't in this conversation are happy relationships. Like, yep, you guys don't do the work. There's like happy relationships on the backside. They're like, yep, you lazy ass millennials. What we feel we deserve, we will receive back. And that's it. You tolerate it. You tolerate it. I can go back to my ex-husbands, and as much as it doesn't make sense, I understand. I attracted what I was. And it only lasted as long as I was like them. And that's the true story. You can listen to the whole story. When I started to grow, I outgrew them. And I deserved better, even if it was nothing more, but freedom away from them. They were no longer serving. What we feel we deserve, we will receive back. So if you feel taken for granted or underappreciated, ask yourself why you allow this to happen. Then ask Metatron to help heal this pattern within you. It is a common one that many of us are wounded by. It stems from not loving ourselves enough and therefore not expecting much in return. That's why you can't do any better, because you don't believe in better. Nobody's going to love you like your wife, right? But your wife doesn't love you enough and doesn't make you feel loved. But yet you tell yourself no one will. Why? Because you're not loving her any better than she's loving you. Why is their marriage broken? Is it her fault? Or is it your fault? We're using you as an example. I'm not in a relationship. I just be toying around with them. Let him tell the story. And you know what I mean? Who's to blame that this isn't working? And who needs to put in more effort to make this a happy family? What could make it happier? Let's start with the fact as if you were home. And that's where I got to this. You can when you're out of home, you can do whatever you want and nobody knows what you're doing out there. You can get away with all hell as long as you're sending the checks home. But once you're at home, you can't stay home because you can't act those same behaviors. This is ex-husband shit, bro. He couldn't stay at home. He couldn't, you know what I mean? At home, he had to act a certain way. He had to be husband and father. He had to be something, but he couldn't hold that mask for very long. He'd start fights and take off just so he could be wild again, feral and fucking on drugs and do whatever he wanted. He hides behind his job. His job gives him the freedom to do whatever he wants outside of the home. So he gets away with all the darkness he does outside of the home based on saying that he's, working. As he told me last time I saw him, my marriage works fine as long as I'm not home. You can't sit in the presence and be present. You can't be the husband or the father in that home. Is it her fault or is it yours that you can't be the role that you signed up for? So you run away from home, filling it with work hours. What did I tell you? Get a job at home like a normal person. Get two and be at home with your wife and your children. You can't do that. So when I'm asking him to be, you know what I mean, a homebody with me, he can't do that. He doesn't even do that for her. Why can't they stay in homes like that? As I look at it, it's like, I'm looking at my brother, I'm looking at my ex-husband, I'm looking at quite a few. I'm looking at Tree. They just can't stay in homes like that. Why? Because it triggers them. It's foreign. It reminds them of an unhappy home. The more structured the home becomes, the more chaos they create. It stems from not loving ourselves enough and therefore not expecting much in return. Think of how you demonstrate your love, what you expect from it, and what, as I said that, it's like you're going to accept this because you're not deserving of anything more. You're going to accept this partner with a heart's longing for something better, but you'll never go after it. Thinking of how you demonstrate your love, what you expect from it, and what you truly believe it is in your highest expectation or form. From young, passionate love to love that has survived decades of life experience, the principle remains the same. So, going back to my daughter and her boyfriend, they haven't been scarred by the experience of love. So, they can be open to saying, I love you, or they can try everything for the first time until they have a bad time. Until this ends bad, it's all good. Now, once she has that bad experience, she will use that experience to fine-tune her next experiences to avoid another bad experience. She will go back to how this played out and what mistakes she made and try not to do that again, not realizing that it was all good until that particular moment was too much. But they're not limited. They don't hold back. They don't think about it too hard. They don't think about, well, when I said this to the last person, they ran away. And when I did this with the last person and the last person and the last person, they're on their first person. They're not using, you know what I mean? So they get to be free in their first love and express it however they want until it doesn't feel good anymore. And they'll use that no good feeling to protect them through the next experience of love. Or, they could be one and done, and who knows? The principle remains the same, seeking an expression of love that is the source of all creation, a state of being as natural as breathing in and out. Allow love to grow in your heart and in your relationships. It's there for all. No one is excluded from its promise and beauty. I got a download there. Earlier in my video, I saw the video like chopped, but it kept going and shit. It's like, after I left the video, it was B. I was supposed to be down there. I told her, give me 15 minutes. 35 minutes later, I call her and I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't just turn this off. I can't stop channeling when I'm channeling. I'm part of the 5D and I'm getting messages and I'm in the middle of a presentation, a spiritual presentation. I didn't say that, but that's what's happening. But even then, I can be completely interrupted in my spiritual world with something of the real world and still come back into the very location of where I was spiritually and continue. Right? So I got this because it's like seeking an expression of love is a source of all creation, a state of being as natural as breathing in and out. That's where it is I'm in that state. I'm a transcendental being. I can get bogged down with what's going on, but naturally the balloon is going to always go to the ceiling. You can hold the balloon in your hand for so long, but it's always going to rise up, right? It's kind of like that. And as far as love, that's it. I'm made to love. I held it back for as long as I could, and now it's exploding. It's coming out. At first, it comes out in all the unhealthy ways of how you used to give and receive love, so that you can become aware of those unhealthy ways. But it's just an expression. It's just me trying to love someone and be loved in return. But the whole video, the whole footage of this, the awakening is that the divine feminine, which is your heart chasing the things it loves, its expression of love and creativity, and the battle of the mind to stop it from being open and free to love. Now, what does that have to do with me quitting my job? That's it. Are you open and receiving to this form of love that God's trying to give you, which is nothing more than rest? He's trying to give you peace. And again, that's it. It's like we pray. We pray for rest. We pray for peace. And he offers it to us, but we will not take it because of what others may think or the consequence. He said, take the day off and rest. Give it a peaceful day. And the only thing that didn't do it is my fight against him. No, I can't rest. I can't take peace in today. Just saying no is what created the disease. Allow love to grow now in your heart and in your relationships. It is there for all. No one is excluded from this promise and beauty. And that's where you realize that the excitement of love is not being loved, but giving love. I've yet to be loved back, guys. But this experience has been, it's exciting to see myself, how far I'll open up to love when I would not open up at all. I do all of this work and then I'll see something like that come out of my mouth where it's like, wow, you're being so loving. You're being so open. You're being so generous. Before, you would never be this way. Your pride wouldn't allow you. Your mind wouldn't allow you to open up to such things. It takes a lot of work to open up to what your heart is telling you to do. And that goes back to, I would not even try with Bobby. It's a waste, you know what I mean? I'm not even going to try to make a relationship with this guy. It's impossible. No, I've been trying. Is it impossible? I mean, it feels like it, but it was, you know, I just got to show myself that I can do this. It's not about, you know what I mean, being loved back, but just being able to release what I have inside of me. That's all. Well, that's what we had. And that's Moon Day energy, and we worked through it. And what we worked through was even more than that. The next one is emotional well-being. These cards are wonderful. They were worth it. I waited like a long time to get them. Our emotional well-being comes up tomorrow. I guess we'll keep reading these cards if I can. The Tower was just walking away. Today I walked away from one battle which was not going to work today. I'll have to face that same battle tomorrow until I quit this job. Are you going to go in? Are you going to give this day to the job, or are you going to give this day to God? Harsh, huh? You don't see it that way, do you? Well, you're not a priestess. But some of you need to look at it. Am I going to give this day to my job, or am I going to give this day to myself? Am I going to give this day to my job, or am I going to give this day to my children? Am I going to give this day to my job, or am I going to give this day to, you know what I mean, my family, my career, my creativity, my music, my food, the things you like? You're giving all your days to a job. For your life has a dollar amount on it. But if you don't, you know what I mean? I could have made $150 today, or I could be emotionally, mentally, and physically well, or have, you know what I mean, spend that same amount of money, which, you know, for therapy, spend that $150 at a therapist and be, you know what I mean, better for the long run. Really? Yeah. Money isn't the answer to all your problems. And realistically, it's creating a lot of problems because of your intensity around it. Your focus on it. I promise you. It's universal laws, and I don't have any books that really go into the universal laws because there's so many of them. But once you understand the workings of energy and how thought creates and how this makes that, there's certainty. That goes back to, you know what I mean, Einstein and the theories. They were theories until they were made certain. They're certain now. We're certain that if you do this, this is what will happen. Relativity is what I'm getting. I'll read those later. I'm going to take a break and feed my family and relax for a bit. We'll check the cards later for what tomorrow brings, because obviously it's going to bring some great shit. What were our cards today? It was the Moon, the Ten of Pentacles, which is about all that financial gain and all that shit. And then it was the Queen of Pentacles. We're on track. So yeah, once this bus stops, we'll catch the next one. Again, they're just battles of the heart. Mine wasn't of the mind. It's going against the mind and doing what the heart says. And that's what you're going to need to learn. You'll have to start applying this to your life if you want to wake up. And by doing it, by honoring what your heart desires, you become more of your true essence, which is your soul's being. You're letting your soul be free by honoring what your soul says and going against the battle of the mind. Logic versus, you know what I mean? The conscious versus the unconscious. The conscious mind just wants to, you know, stay on track. But the unconscious is trying to tell it to get off track and go on a different track. And that's creates chaos within. 8 of Swords. It's not so easy to surrender. I assure you of that. It's simple what we talk about, but nobody talks about the details of what's happening inside while you're trying to alchemize this possibility, this idea, this thought. That's where I come in, give you the dirty details, the dirty deeds. Hey, I love you. Good luck. I surrendered, obviously. Like, fuck you, God. I don't want another job in my life if you're just going to keep stressing me like this. Really? I mean, he comes first. And I'd be trying to make him, that's just it. Again, I don't think it's going to be like this for you. I don't think you're going to give God that kind of devotion in your life, but you need to start by devoting yourself to yourself, and that is giving God some pull in your life. Yeah? Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Today's a fucking moon day for sure. I love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.